Hello, guys, and welcome back to my Nigerian series. I am Wendell. You are so welcome. I hope you have found this series engaging. So, this is the episode two. This is the second episode of this my Nigerian series, going to Nigeria with children for the summer holiday. And today we're going to be talking about. I wrote them down here. So, in case if you see me watching, looking down, I'm looking at my notes. Yes, I made notes of everything I wanted to discuss in this video today. So traveling to Nigeria with kids, yes, for the summer holiday, was it worth it? It was worth every penny that was spent and more. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you how much was spent for the travel and what you should budget roughly. Like I didn't going to big exorbitant restaurant and doing things that I know that on a normal I can't afford just because I was in Nigeria. I want to show off because there are so many people like that they live a very basic quiet life abroad. Once they go to Nigeria, they want to show off. They go to big restaurants, they do large things. I was not prepared for that. I actually went to Nigeria just to spend time with family and friends. I did not go visiting anybody. Everybody that wanted to see me made sure they saw me. They made the effort to come to where I was to see I and the kids because of safety. I didn't want to be traveling around or driving around to different cities in Nigeria. You know how Nigeria is right now. So I was just in Abuja and I stayed in Abuja, and that is it. So let's talk about the cost of traveling in Nigeria and cost of living in Nigeria. Cost of traveling to Nigeria, I will say, I'll give you a rough figure. If you live in Switzerland or Europe and you use euro, budget at least 10,000 euro or Swiss franc for your vacation. That will include getting your NIN, that will include getting your ticket, that will include renewing your passport and going to Nigeria. Going to Nigeria, maybe you need around 2,000, let me say 3,000 to 4,000 Swiss franc. And when you convert it, you'll be getting around 4 to 5 million naira. That is what will sustain you in Nigeria. That is what I took to Nigeria. So, like I said before in my previous video, I was already saving before I got to Nigeria. So I already had the money down. So what I did that every month I just take out maybe 100 or 200 franc, depending on how good that month was or how much bills I had to pay. So I would just take out money and I keep. Then I send the money to Nigeria. So for you to have a decent life in Nigeria, I was going to markets to go and buy food stuff to cook. I remember when I got to Nigeria, the first night, the first day, I started these people that cook. I cook as well in Switzerland. So I was like, okay, it's our first time. Let me just order for soup. And when I called them, the lady said to me she was going to be cooking 3 liters of soup for me for 90,000 naira. And I was asking her for three soup because I wanted afang soup, bitter leaf soup, and obono or egusi soup. She said it was 90,000 for 3 liters. The me, which I said to you, I did not come to Nigeria to spend money. I came to Nigeria to spend time and enjoy my time in Nigeria. So I wasn't prepared to pay that amount of money to somebody to cook for me. So what did I did? I wore my big girl pants and I went into the market, Kado market. I went into the market and I spent less than 100,000 to buy everything I used to make two soup, cooked rice, and we still had something left at home. That is being wise. So when I was in Nigeria, I was going to the market to buy all the food produce we had. We ate in Nigeria, and at a time when my sister came, we went to a village market. My girlfriend Emelda, I love you so much. She came to see me when I was in Nigeria. She actually my junior in secondary school. So Emelda came to visit me, and she told me this market that is close to the airport. So immigration office. I went to immigration office with my sister. Then on our way, we stopped at this market. I think it's once every week, which is on a Friday. We went to that village market. We bought a whole lot of things. We bought, I think, a mudu of egusi in that market was for 3,000 a mudu, and a mudu of obono was 15,000. So we bought a lot of food stuff that I even came back with from that market. So we went there, and that was how I was able to save. Yes, we went out one or two times, like I was eating suya. I'm going to be putting some clips here. I ate suya almost every day when I was in Abuja. And for suya, that we at a stage, we were like maybe 15 or 20 in the house. And suya that we would eat, maybe 10,000 or 15,000 naira we're spending on suya. A stick of suya is actually 1,000 naira at Yehuza Suya. If you're in Abuja or you know Yehuza Suya, one of their suya beef is 1,000. And if you want the chicken, just one stick of the chicken suya was 3,000 3,000 naira. So we were doing that most of the night just to, so that the kids, we were doing that most of the night to be honest. Then I went to a restaurant, I think twice or three times we ate out. I went to this restaurant, I've forgotten the name. I think I put the clip on my video. That was the first time I went out with my sister to go and eat. And a plate of food cost like 4,000, 5,000. And in my mind, I was just imagining when I was in Nigeria that we use 100 naira, 200 naira and eat and be full. This one, to have a decent meal in Abuja, costed 4,000 to 5,000 naira for you to have like with two meat and rice with two meat. Then we went to this Amala Sky, and a plate of Amala there, I think it was like around 4,000, 5,000. That is how things are so ridiculously expensive in Nigeria. One corn was for 400 or 500, depending on how big the corn was. Then pear, to eat the corn, I was spending 4 pears, they would tell you 1,000, sometimes 5 pears for 1,000. Nigeria economy is gone. So for me, I had to be wise. I didn't want to overspend. I didn't come to Nigeria to show off. I had no reason to show off to anybody. So that is only my advice. If you're traveling to Nigeria, make sure that you cut your coat according to your size. I didn't want to go to Nigeria and spend all the money and come back and don't have money to pay bills. So I used my sense. So what I would advise you to budget going to Nigeria is, if you're traveling with a family of 3 or 4, budget at least 10,000 euro or 10,000 Swiss franc. And buy your ticket on time. I bought my ticket 6, 7 months before we were traveling. I bought my ticket earlier this year. I think it was around February or March. That was when I bought my ticket, and we traveled in July. I came back in August. So buy your ticket ahead of time, plan things ahead of time, save ahead of time. That is the only way you are able to make it worth it. So I hope this video help you if you're planning to go to Nigeria or on holiday. Save on time, budget, cut your coat according to your size. Don't live beyond your means. Don't go showing off to nobody. Did you hear me? Don't go showing off to nobody. It's not worth it. It's not worth showing off to people. They will come and eat your money finish. You will come back broke. And don't go borrowing money because you want to fulfill a certain standard. Nobody, be compete with yourself. I watch videos of people, they will go here, they say they ate food of 20 something thousand, 30,000. It's not that I cannot afford it, but I better start saving that money to do something else or plan another vacation. I love to cook and I'm very fussy with food. So why would I go and eat in a restaurant that I'm going to come back and have diarrhea? I better use that 100,000, 50,000 and cook for the family, and we all enjoyed our time. So that was how I spent that's how I budgeted in Nigeria, and that was how I was able to save time and save money, because I cut my coat according to my size, and I gave my kids the best holiday they have ever had in their entire life. They've said it to me over and over, and they still want to go back to Nigeria next time. I said, okay, let's start planning again for another 2 years' time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Till I come to your screen again, I am Wendu. God bless you. Stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Bye.